Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Quantum Field Saturday 90-day run. We are super fired up for you guys, and this is it, guys. Woo!
Wow. How are you doing this morning, Onyx?
I am absolutely fantastic. I have already patched. It's like 1 o'clock, right? I'm having so much fun. I haven't patched 1. I haven't patched 2. I haven't patched 3, but I've already patched 4 people today. I'm having so much fun at this business. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm having a ball.
And we've been on Zoom meetings this morning. We got people are just flat fired up. I'm really excited about what the X39 is doing for people. I mean, Wednesday night was at a whole new level. This Wednesday, Onyx was there, Gina, myself, all the Quantum Field local leaders in South Florida, and it was wild. The testimonies were out of this world. The presentation by everyone was incredible. And it's kind of like set the pace that now is just the beginning of what's about to happen.
That's right.
So, hey, happy Mother's Day to all the ladies.
Happy Mother's Day. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day.
Yes.
I'm really, really excited because I know that this business can change every mother's life. And when you all introduced me to network marketing, it completely changed the trajectory of my life, the life of my children. And then, of course, I was able to bless so many others as well. So it's an amazing business opportunity. But as I always said, Rome wasn't built in a day. It probably will take you more than a day to build this business, but it's okay. You know, expect to be here. You're in a marathon, not a sprint. And we're having a great time. And did I mention this is it?
That's right. Well, there's many things we love about you, but you lead by example. And that's why we're so blessed to have you as our sponsor. And Steve and I feel like we are like, the three of us are so similar in many ways that we are out there to help everyone get to the finish line. And today is going to be the most amazing day. Every single teaching is absolutely incredible, but this one's a little more unique. This is my sister.
I know, right? And she's a presidential director.
Absolutely. Just busted through the ranks, has a huge organization, and they lead by example as well.
And guys, if you don't know anything, if you're brand new and you don't know Onyx and you don't know Gina's sister, Cindy, I will tell both of them would never be involved if they didn't believe in this product. That is one of the number one things I will tell you, that they would never be here. Onyx, when our kids babysat for her, when they were not feeling so great, she had an oxygen shower. You know anyone that has an oxygen shower. She's got red light therapy beds today at her house. She understands wellness. And I've run by different wellness products to my sister-in-law, Cindy, for years to take a look at this. And she'd say, no, you won't want to be taking this. This is this, that's that. 6 o'clock in the morning the next day after I texted her about the X39, she was back at us saying, hey, we need to talk. I think you're onto something. So that is why we're excited to be talking to you today. And that's who's going to be talking to you. Incredible. So
that's awesome. But you know what we should do? We did a drawing this morning, didn't we?
Yeah.
We should give away the drawing first. Does anybody like free X39?
Yes.
I like free X39.
I love it.
So we did a drawing this morning for last week. Who taught? And we had 2 presidential directors. My favorite line from last week is, you want to be a copycat in this business, just be sure to copy the right cat. Remember that? And we had they were brand new presidential directors, I think, right?
Yes, they just hit it. They just hit it.
Yeah, Harvey and Bernita Monk.
And Bernita, that's right. And Bernita said, when she got to letter D, that you need to decide. You need to decide that you're going to attend the This Is It convention. And so Steve, Jean, and I thought we would do a drawing for everyone who made a decision because they were on Saturday's training, or they made a decision before Saturday's training and they've already signed up to come to the This Is It convention. Well, we did a drawing today and we've got 3 free sleeves of X39 to give away. So you want me to go first?
Yeah,
yep, you go first.
All right. So I drew a name and my name was Kelly Fowler. So Kelly I will be mailing you a free sleeve of X39. Congratulations on deciding to build your business.
Okay, Steve, you're up.
Okay, mine is going to be, hold on. Chris Sauer, S-A-U-E-R, Chris Sauer.
I think it's Sawyer.
Sawyer. Chris Sawyer, you won. You're getting a free sleeve. We're gonna send it off to you. All right.
Whoop, whoop.
It's $100. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And now it's my turn. The final and the last winner is, drum roll,
Drum roll.
Beth Daniels. Woo!
Woo! Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I love it. Absolutely love it. So those three that have made a decision, they already earned $100 in free product and they bought a $150 ticket. They made a decision. But the neat thing that I know is by attending that event, they're going to have their business completely changed because they made a decision to come. Everybody on this call, you want to be sure to bring your team. The person who has the most team members at this event is going to be the one that's going to win.
Yeah.
Everybody will win because everybody's business will go into the stratosphere. But the more people you have, the bigger your business will grow.
And
That's
hey,
a
we've
fact.
got another incredible announcement because we're not stopping there. We want to bless everybody through this Mother's Day weekend. And we're going to draw 3 more and announce them on Wednesday night's opportunity meeting with Matt and Kim Curtis this week. And it's going to be whoever signs up. So as you're listening to Cindy and Jen today and you really get fired up and learn the importance of not only coming, but bringing your team, all the people that sign up between right now today and midnight on Sunday. So just those people. So not all the people that have already signed up are going to be in the drawing. Just the new ones we're going to draw 3 new ones, 3 more to get a
Beautiful.
free
So you got to sign up now until Sunday night at midnight Eastern. So that gives you till Mother's Day night at midnight to sign up. And then you'll go into a drawing and Steve, Jean, and I will draw 3 more names to win a free sleeve of X39.
Yeah,
What could
this
be
gives
funner, right?
This gives you a chance to get your team. You know, this is a great way to say to your team members, hey, let's get you in. You have a chance to win a free sleeve. The more you put in there from your team, obviously, the better chances your team has to win.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So before we get started, let me share a couple updates and exactly our strategy for what's going on. And the reason why we have to have a strategy is when you have knowledge, you got power. And because of what we've been laying out for everybody, this is the fastest growing team of a 19-year-old company. Onyx has only been involved for just over 3 years. We've been involved for 10 months together. Quantum Field team is the fastest growing team. All eyes are watching on how we're helping our friends win. And it's such a simple system of 3-3-1, talk, patch, text 3 people a day, follow up with 3, and put somebody on a Zoom or present them the opportunity that's right on our Quantum Field team website, Build 331. So we've been running this launch to senior director just up until now, and we are doing another run. That's a brand new run that's going to be starting next week on our 3-hour training with all senior presidential directors are going to be on next Saturday. It is going to be incredibly informative. So I encourage you to get every single person on. It's going to start at 1 o'clock, just like today, and it's going to be very powerful. So the key is you got to get yourself to manager as fast as you can. Urgency is important. The sooner you can do it, the better. We talked to a gentleman on Tuesday night that did it in 2 hours. Ciro. His name is Ciro.
No, it's Ciro.
Ciro. He did it
My
in
students will be so proud of me.
Yes, you will.
He did it in 2 hours. So you don't need
That's
30
crazy.
days. Just pick up the phone and start calling. And he didn't
But
even
don't
know.
stress yourself if you
No.
don't get it done in 2 hours. The most important thing is get it done.
That's right.
Okay. And the first thing is your first goal is to get manager. So that's your first rank in the plan on your way to this senior director. There's only 3 structures that you have to build, 3 ranks of structures, and then all it is volume. So the second rank that we're focusing on as we're going senior director, talking about it today, is going director. And all that is, if you thought manager was simple, you just need a manager on the right, manager on the left, 3 principals right and left, and you will be a director. And now you're able to earn up to $2,500 per week from the team commission part of the compensation plan. So we encourage you to get moving toward this and work together with your team and your upline and all of us and learn from today. You just implement what you're going to be learning today to help you hit these ranks. Then the last rank, which is senior director, is just 2 directors. Now they can be on the same side on this graph. We got to put them on one of the sides. So we got one on each side. I kind of like that for me for a strategy best, but you can do whatever you want because you want to be involved in both your legs. No matter what, you want to be involved. But there's no reason why you can't get this done very quickly. And our goal is to get you there within 90 days, but we want to get you there sooner. We definitely want every one of you walking the stage at This Is It as a brand new senior director or above.
Yes.
So let's just pack the house with senior directors because that is what's happening. And that's why the business is rocking so quickly. I shared this with a bunch of people when I first came on board of setting a goal to put 20 right and 20 left. The people that have done that are the ones that are rocking through the ranks. A couple people like my friend Missy from Alabama said, when you told me this, I thought that was a very tough goal that you had set for everybody. But once she started sharing the X39, she found out that stem cell conversation, the X39, reactivating people's stem cells was the easiest conversation she'd ever had in talking about anything. And she saw that, you know what? I hit that. I put it together within less than 90 days. She had 20 right and 20 left. And that's what everybody is saying because it is the easiest conversation you could have. Set a daily goal, which is 331. Set a weekly goal. How many personals do you want by the end of the week? And then set a monthly goal. Let me just help highlight you with one more thing. Enrolling is a good, important skill set that you obviously need in our business is to put people on. But with the X39, the stem cell reactivation technology we have, enrolling is like a piece of cake. They're like begging to enroll. The next skill set you must learn to win big with on your business is how to promote. Whoever puts the most people on these Saturday trainings like today and next week Saturday, our 3-hour training. And if you were on the January 7th training that we did, that was 7 hours, it was off the chart. Nobody left. Okay. That's what you expect. And the same thing is for This Is It convention. You want to make sure you've got your people on our opportunity meetings and our trainings. This Is It convention's happening in Tampa, August 18th and 19th. Like Onyx said, whoever has the most people will see the biggest explosion in their business. You can get all your information right here. This is where you can sign up. So to earn those free sleeves that we're going to be giving away, that we're going to, you got till midnight on Sunday. Just go to thisisitconvention.com. Hotel information is on there. Airport information. Everything that you need to know. If you want to buy multiple tickets for your team, you could do that as well. So that's all right there on This Is It Convention. Get connected if you haven't gotten connected. Our most important connection, I believe, for information, well, I should say 2 of them are, obviously we got our team product site, startx39.com, and we've got our training site, build331.com, which we'll be talking about today. But the Facebook page for updates and Onyx Cole's YouTube network marketing channel for all replays. I get a lot of times people saying, can I get the replay for today? Guys, just go to YouTube, Google Onyx Cole Network Marketing, subscribe to it, and then you've got your updates pretty much right after today's meeting. We'll have the replay available for everyone to share.
And her girls are so quick. If you just hit live, normally the last live event is right there. So you cannot miss it.
Correct. And so as soon as the training call finishes, as the recording finishes, you all, it becomes the recording. So you just go to the YouTube channel, look for the live link. After the call is over, it's no longer live. That's the recording.
Okay. So Gina, you get the honor to introduce them.
So, hey, I hope that you got a notepad. I got one. I mean, come on, we're SPDs, but we take notes every single Saturday, even though they're recorded. I am here because I feel like when someone says something and I write it down, I completely remember it 99.9% of the time when I write it down. So I'm not sure how you feel, but I would grab yourself a pen, a paper, even if you type it into your notes on your phone, or go back on the replay and take notes because it's so important. You're here taking the time and we want you to win and get engaged, get your head in the game. We got our head in the game. Onyx's head is in the game, and we are determined to have you win and cross that finish line. And we are going to have the biggest celebration. So, hey, without any further ado, these guys, Cindy and Jens Brennison, they are just romping. I'm telling you, they are going through the ranks at rapid pace. These guys are on their game. They know how to work their organization. They have a huge organization around the world already. She's an author. They've both been massive business owners. Absolutely incredible wisdom and knowledge these guys got. They're so on their game, and we are super excited from St. Augustine, Florida. Please help us welcome Presidential Directors Cindy and Jen Bredesen. Woo!
Hey guys, we are so honored to be with you today. And wow, thank you, Gina. Talk about a mouthful to live up to. My goodness. Anyway, she's right. We are in St. Augustine, Florida. And I think that one of the key points that you just brought up, Gina, was about the fact that we've been business owners. And the thing is that when we're comparing what we have here today to what we've had in the past, Jensen's going to elaborate on that, but this is so simple. And I think what we're really enjoying about this is it's a lifestyle for us, because Jensen and I are always looking for ways to bless people and to help them. And no matter where we look today, people are starving for someone to give them hope. They are starving to feel better, and they're literally starving financially. So we are so excited and so honored to be able to be a carrier of this blessing to so many people. And as Gina said, my calling has been an RN, a PA, a nutrition consultant, but I have always had a passion to coach people into health and wellness. I've never, ever had my hands on this silly little simple patch that everybody says looks like a Band-Aid. I've never had something like this before, guys. None of us have. And this is so incredible. This little patch that doesn't treat, heal, or cure anything in our body is literally changing lives faster than anything I've ever been a part of. And it just absolutely blows my mind. It throws us into a natural reboot for health and wellness and age reversal. My class reunion was a couple of years ago for my 50th class reunion. The messages that are coming back to me right now from my classmates is, have you found the fountain of youth? Well, yes, I have. Message me. I want you to be on it too. And when they recognize it, I know it's true, because when my people closest to me say things, I'm like, oh, okay. But then when I hear it from other people that are like, what the heck are you doing? I get really excited about that. And I think too, what happened to us was we had the privilege to be at the senior director dinner at Gina and Steve's house with David Schmidt. And then right after that, we went to Aruba on the free trip. Yep. And while we were there, our belief level went to a completely new level. It escalated. Not only did it escalate on our feelings about the technology, but about who David Schmidt is, who is behind what we have. He is, and then the opportunity. David Schmidt is the inventor of this technology. He's the inventor. He is the person who's, let me say first, he's not out like every other company buying somebody else's ideas, buying what they have created to try repackaging or reinvent what he's going to let us have. No, he's in the lab. He's the one that's doing the studies. He's the one that is spending millions. He's the one making this available to us. And the thing that is such a privilege for us is that because stem cells are, get this, if you don't know it, stem cells are the way of the future and of health and wellness. That was the reason Steve got a message from me at 6 the next morning after I said, Steve, I'm too busy. I'm already overwhelmed with life. And I almost missed it. I really almost missed it. Praise God, we didn't. Because my husband said, what is going on with you? I just want to use the patch. But I was concerned about adding one more thing to my plate. Little did I know that this was the thing that needed to be on my plate. This is the thing I lead with now. And if you feel you're very busy and you don't have time for one more thing, these words are for you. You cannot afford to miss what you're going to hear today. What has already been said by Gina and Steve, you don't want to miss it. We are literally on the ground floor, literally.
Yes, we are. This is definitely a ground floor
Yeah.
opportunity. Like I said this before, this is like getting Amazon or Apple when they were 15 or 20 cents. And this literally, I think we read, I think one of the slides actually says that this is going to turn into a $300 billion a year industry. Just think about that for a minute. If LifeWave just gets 2 or 3 or 4% of that, that's massive.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, they're the leading technology out there. I mean, compared to these shots and all this other stuff, I mean, it's light years ahead of it. And, you know, David Smith's on the cutting edge of all that.
Yeah.
But, you know, just to compare this to other businesses, we've had several, sometimes 2 or 3 at one time and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just going to talk about 2 or 3 of them, different ones, and all the issues they have, and
A lot.
a lot. I mean, you know, we had any business you start, you got a learning curve, all of them, except for this one. There is one here too, but it's Onyx.
laid out.
Onyx has already done it for you.
Yeah.
You know, go to
Yeah.
build331.com and it's all right there. Every question you could possibly have is there, and all the ones you haven't thought of are there. So, I mean, it's you know, it's pretty easy. You know, we were in the nursery business for many years, and, you know, that took, you know, just today to start a nursery, just to go through, you know, first you got to have land. Well, you know, land's expensive. Land, you know, just to start a small
Very.
nursery, you're probably, especially if you're in South Florida where we were, you're going to spend, you know, a minimum of $1 million just to buy a small piece of property, you know, 10 acres, maybe, if you can still get it for that. I don't know. You know, then you got to have probably another $1 million just to get started, dirt pots, tractors, and shade houses, and whatever goes with it. And before all that, you got to go through environmental now. You got to get a license from the county, a license from the state and Department of Agriculture. Then you got to have employees, you know, that kind of, it's labor intensive.
Okay, move on.
Labor intensive, so lots of them, you know. Then you got to pay workman's comp, unemployment, you know, on and on and on. You know, I'm just trying to think of things. You know, you had to go get a restricted pesticide
It's enough. I'm
license.
overwhelmed.
That's another class. You know, talk about boring. Talking about pesticides, that's about as exciting as nothing. So, I mean, you know, that's just one example.
Yeah.
You know, another example. A lot of people think, wow, you know, if I could have an online business, would just have it made. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? We did one of those once.
Yeah.
You know, way back, you know, 7 or 8 years ago, the business plan, honestly, just buy cheap junk from China and sell it on Amazon. You know, that was the plan. And it worked okay for a while, but guess what? Everybody's buying cheap junk from China and selling it on Amazon.
If they would have come along at just the right time, I would have sold it to you for a really cheap price.
And literally, you have to find an item in China or wherever for probably around $2, and you have to sell it for $20 on Amazon to be profitable. Literally, it's gotta be marked up that much. Why? Because Amazon's going to rob 30 or 40% right off the top. Then you got to advertise. They got advertisement fees. Then if it stays in their warehouse more than 30 days, you got long-term storage fees. And then to do this, I mean, our kids were involved in it. They took a trip to China to go to all the trade shows and all that kind of stuff. And you know, the Chinese are ruthless. I mean, if you got an idea and you try to get something made over there, they'll steal it from you. And not only the Chinese, Amazon is ruthless. I mean, if you come up with a great, if you start selling something, a lot of them, Amazon's got all the metrics on it. They can say, oh, wow, they sold 5,000 of those this month. Well, guess what's going to happen? They got your stuff in the warehouse. They know they can find exactly where you got it manufactured in China. And guess what? Next week you sell 1,000 because Amazon sold 4,000 of them themselves. So they cut you out, and you're only making $2 in these things anyway. So all they got to do is cut your price $2, and you're out of business. And so, you know, there you go. And
A lot of fun.
so, and another one that people come up with, I've done this one too, is people say, well, you can day trade. That's the ultimate business. You know, there's no, there's no employees, there's no nothing, no overhead. No, yeah, that's true. But we'll start with, you better have lots of money. And next thing is, I mean, really, if you want to be successful at all, it's a 8 to 10 hour a day thing. You got to be on the computer an hour or two for the market opens, kind of get the flavor of the market for the day. And you got to learn to take all your emotions out of it. You got to set rules. And, and you eventually learn when you think the stock should go up, it's going to go down. You finally figure that out. It's the opposite of what you think usually. So anyway, so that's, if you want to stay glued to a computer 50 hours a week, God bless you is all I can say. I don't want to. I did it and I don't want to do it anymore. So this business, to say there is no employees, it's you. We got started this, we came in as a diamond. I asked Steve what he did. He says diamond. I said, okay, it works for you, it works for me. So, that was $1,600. Okay, we had our money back in 4 days. And these businesses I've just described, we put hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in land and so on and so forth. And this one here, it's definitely a 7-figure opportunity because many people have done it already, and a whole lot more are going to do it. So I mean, and we talked. I think we talked. Steve and talked a while back. We were talking about, maybe we'll just buy. I was talking about mainly just buy a trailer park or something. Well, guess what? To make the money we're making right now, after 10 months in the business, I would have to buy a $4 million trailer park. And then I got 150 people a month. I was going to send Cindy though, go around and collect the money from all these people, or give some management company 10% to go around and chase it down. So anyway.
Thank God for Steve and Gina calling us.
So no trade.
By the way, Jens, it would have been the ladies going to collect because you
Right.
were too soft. They would have been, give us our money.
That's right.
Yeah. So Cindy's a lot harder than I said, okay, pay me next week. I know you got to feed the kids and all that.
Well, and I think the really cool thing is do you all see we're having fun? I mean, we can laugh about the crazy stuff we've done, and we can praise God that all we're going to do is, I got to tell you a funny one. So we're coming home from Aruba, and they locked the line down. We ended up in the first class section. I thought, we're just going to stand here while the rest of them are doing their luggage and what all. And then all of a sudden I'm thinking, this is great. Hey, y'all, how many of you are coming home from your free trip from Aruba? First class looks at me like deer in headlights. And then I hear free. And I go, yeah, your trip wasn't free? No. How'd you get on a free trip? I said, well, I think the line's starting to move, but here's my phone number, and you guys contact me, name and phone number. We're going to talk. And they're all going, you really were here for free? Oh, we were free. We had free airline tickets. We had $350. We used it in the spa. Yeah, I can't believe you all didn't come for free too, but you can come with us next year. And so the point I'm making there is I was positioned. I was literally positioned in front of a group of an audience. But everywhere Jens and I go, we ask the Lord, show us who. We don't know what they're needing. We don't know if they're just needing a word of encouragement, or they need Jesus, or they need this patch. Generally, they need all of it. And so we're just being positioned to be hope carriers and to be people that are able to bring, this beautiful, beautiful opportunity. And I know that the best part of all of this is either reestablishing old relationships or getting the new relationships. That has been a blast. And even in Aruba, we experienced that.
I was going to say too, I always say the women have this easier than the guys do. We don't walk around and say, oh, nice shoes, or, I like your blouse, or I like your necklace, or I like your hair's great. We don't do that kind of stuff. But, there is other opportunities. And a lot of it's just called positioning yourself in front of people. I mean, like, just an easy example. You're in Home Depot. Okay, I'm over there in the irrigation department. I know quite a bit about irrigation. I see some guys standing there that obviously they don't know anything about irrigation. They're trying to figure something out. say, hey, what are you guys trying to do? And, next thing you got a great conversation going. You've helped them with their problem, and you got a chance to tell them. I mean, if you're standing in the grocery line, you can turn around and say, yeah, man, them cornflakes are $5 a box. I remember 10 years ago, they were 99 cents, or whatever. And you can always get a conversation started like that.
And it doesn't matter where we go. We are saying, Lord, show us who we need to be talking to. And I think that one of the things that really helped me to be confident is the startx39.com site. And I tell everybody there's two really important things that you need to practice. But the first thing for me was I watched those 3 videos until I really understood what they said. And then I took Onyx's advice. She said, Cindy, don't tell them all of it. Just be ignorance on fire. And that is how we started. And that's how we continued. But the more I understood what those 23 minutes worth of videos said, the more I was able to stand with confidence. The more Zooms we watch, the more I was able to go, oh my word, there's not a single thing this patch and this technology are not helping. So I got more and more excited. And that was really when our business began to explode, because I knew that if you were almost 30 or just over 30, you needed this patch. And so I was already seeing, and there's so many children today with disabilities, young people. So it's not just a 30-year-old, it's anybody really. And I had a young gal the other day say, well, I'm 27. Do you really think I need this age reversal patch? And I said, no, sweetheart, you don't. If you want to look like your grandmother one day, I wouldn't put it on. But if you're actually interested in maintaining what you have today, you're way ahead of me. I didn't have this patch back then. And yet my skin is healing. I am receiving age reversal. And then she said, well, how do I get this? And that's the thing. When they ask me that, they get to enroll right then. So as I'm out and about, we were at the boat show and I walked in with this sweet girl and I just said, oh, I love your shoes. I truly loved her shoes. I think I have a shoe fetish, but I'm not going to admit it. Don't tell anybody.
I like the boats better than
yeah,
the
he
shoes.
does. And I walked in with this gal and I'm telling her about, I love your shoes. And then she's saying, I got them here. And the next thing I know, the conversation always happens like this. My gosh, how do you have so much energy? I just can't get over your energy. And I go, oh, well, this patch, see the back of my neck? I've got this patch on. We're walking in because her husband's going to meet up with somebody at one of the boats. By the time we got to the boat and the guys are talking, I said to her, listen, I just want to tell you about this site that our team has. It's called startx39.com. Well, you all know why we use that site. Nobody can enroll there. That is the only place I send them. I don't even use my LifeWave website. I am going to personally enroll them. So we're walking to the boat, following the guys. And the next thing that happens, I say, hey, you watch that startx39.com and then let's talk. I'm going to message it. She'd already put her information in my phone because that's the first thing I do, pull out the phone. Yep. Okay. Hey, let me just add you here so that you can go ahead and be connected to me. I just want to build a friendship with you. It's a relational marketing. We are about the relationship. I don't know why God put her in my path today, but I'm going to start the relationship and figure it out. And it may be a journey. And so by the time we got to the boat, this precious girl says to me, can I just sign up and get the patches now? And I go, yes, you can. Do you know what lesson I learned that day? You do what they are ready for. That was so profound for me. I was like, wow, yes, she was ready. I needed to just literally give her the opportunity. I pulled out the enrollment form. She leaned on the boat. She filled it out and I got her enrolled.
Well, Cindy got I was going to say, Cindy got her enrolled and I got an offer of $100,000 discount on the boat.
Yeah. How wild is that? How wild is that? So, I think too, let's jump ahead here a little bit, because I did talk about the Zooms a minute ago, and I want to restate something. The Zooms are the lifeblood of your team. The Zooms are what help us all stay on the same page. They keep us connected. They build the excitement. How can you not get excited when you hear 2 or 3 testimonies in an evening? Oh my goodness. No one is going to work hearing those testimonies, even if they're in the medical field. And I want to say too, don't be surprised if somebody doesn't get as excited as you are. You have to remember, they haven't seen all of these testimonies. They haven't seen these Zooms. They maybe haven't seen the Start X39. So you want to just drip a little. And a very important point when I'm prospecting, as soon as I meet somebody, conversation comes up, always. I mean, it just like, they just throw it in my face. Oh my gosh, where do you get your energy? I hurt, I'm tired. And I'm like, oh, wow, have you heard about this? Look at this little patch on the back of my neck. Have you heard about this? And so I literally just go into where they are. But here is something so important, and I had to learn it too. As soon as I drip, I zip. Drip and zip. Because if I don't zip, I'm going to be pouring water out like they're at a fire hydrant, in front of a fire hydrant. And I can bring them in and I can bring them out. I have to drip a little. I'm excited, and I'm not uncomfortable with silence anymore. And they're digesting. They are digesting what I've said. And as they're digesting, they'll come out with, well, how does it work? How did you say it worked? How do I get it? They will literally do the work for me, just like the Zooms do. We put somebody on a Zoom one evening. We were talking to him at 7:30 with he and his wife, and they were interested in getting in. They were going to come in on a silver package. We go, oh, wait, we're jumping on a Zoom right now. How about you guys join us? Okay, I said, we'll talk afterwards. It's from 8 to 9. They jumped on. Before the Zoom ended, he messaged back and said, I'm going to send my enrollment form right now. I said, okay, perfect. And it came back and I said, you checked Diamond. And he said, yeah. After we saw the Zoom, we realized we're just going to be fools not to get the Diamond pack. And I was like, wow, that Zoom did the work for me. And just like in the Word of God, when it repeats over and over, it is because you need to know it. So when you see that the Zooms feel like we're all saying a lot of the same thing week after week, just saying it with a different angle, it is so important. And that's why we're doing that. And you were going to, I think the Zooms, but I think, we want to step into how are they going to be at convention, sitting in that seat at 4:00 as a senior director,
Well,
or above.
Even more important than the Zooms is going to be this convention coming up. Because
well, they're both equally important.
They're both equally important.
Yeah.
But whoever shows up at the convention, the most people is going to win the biggest.
They're going to win.
Boy,
do we know that one?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't regurgitate back to your team everything that
a day and a half
you're going to hear
teaching from the people who are SPD, senior presidential directors. There's no way we couldn't do it. We can't say it the way they say it, and we can't even absorb it all. So we've sat in those seats before going, oh, why didn't we bring more people? So we're here to tell you, don't stop inviting. Let your teamwork know this, the way, just like what Steve says, the way people are advancing through the ranks, the blessings we're receiving for our testimonies and the financial testimonies. This is also for you. If we can do it, you can do it. And you're not a lone island. We're here to do it together. And that's what convention is about.
Yep.
So to get the senior director.
Get to senior director. I mean, Steve's already said this, but it's important to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Because, I mean, honestly, it's real. I can say it in about 3 words: manager, manager, manager.
That's it.
I mean, that's really it.
And we know that. I'm going to tell you what, we know that because we were weak in building managers initially. And so when we hit director, we were still trying to work on our managers, which meant we went from director to presidential director because we got it when we sat at director for a while. And we're like, oh my word, we got to get more managers.
Mhm.
So now we know, go
Yeah.
manager, go manager.
Go manager. I mean, the easiest time to go get somebody to manager is when you enroll them, because, you know, it's like, who do you know? Grandma, Uncle Chuck, you know, whoever. You can get the 4 people, you know. So what is a manager? A manager is simply enrolling 2 silvers right, 2 silvers left. And if you have
Or above,
and
on auto ship.
And if you didn't come in at gold or above, you just need to upgrade to gold. All you do is pay the difference and you're good to go. So, I mean, that's simply a manager. And, you know, to get to the next level.
1 second, I have to reemphasize auto ship, because we've had a few of our teamwork lately that are missing that on the enrollment. If you don't start them on auto ship, you have to go back and help reestablish auto ship. Getting them enrolled properly by having them fill out the enrollment form, putting them in the auto ship, that is so important. Remember, whatever they do is what they're going to teach. So that's what they're going to mimic to their people. So you want to get them started right so that they move forward with everyone else doing it correctly. It's going to save your teamwork a lot of work.
So how do you get to the next level? Director. It's pretty simple. Just 2 managers. You just create a manager in each leg. So you just help
Manager left and a manager right.
that and bring 1 more silver on board. You got to have 3 in each
silvers
side.
left,
So
3 silvers right.
that's pretty simple. And then senior director is just is getting just 2 directors. It's the same thing you just did with the thing and with the to go to director. And all this is at build331.com and step 8. If you don't know how to do it, it's laid out in a diagram there for you. I mean, it's plain and simple. You can copy that, you can send it to your team, you can do whatever you want. And like I can't reiterate enough, this build331.com it's like a university or whatever. I mean, everything you want to know to build the business is there. So, you know, don't ignore it. And
don't think that 3, just like Onyx said, you don't have to shoot for 3. The sky's the limit. Onyx said she redid 4 and we weren't even at noon.
And to get to senior director, you do have to have 10,000 points in volume. But if you're doing the 331, that's going to take care of itself.
Won't be an issue.
I mean, it's like, you know, how do you make $1? You pay attention to the nickels. If you pay attention to the nickels, the dollars come on their own. And it's the same thing with the manager.
Yeah. And this is the whole thing, because what Jens is saying is to go senior presidential director is about your managers. It's building a wide, firm foundation so that, just like Steve said, you don't go to Aruba and hope you're still a certain rank when you're on a free trip because you didn't have enough managers in place. This is literally it. If we get manager down and our people get manager down, and Jens also comments often that as we're building and we're working 7 and 8 people down because we're going looking for them, we want to help them. They also need to know how to go manager. And as you're doing that, they're going to you'll find out who's duplicating what you've taught and who isn't, or if there was a missing link in the chain, no big deal. Let's go help those people that are down there.
Yeah.
So
for sure, because it like she says, it'll keep replicating itself. And when they get 8 or 9 down, they're extremely difficult to find.
Yeah.
But if you started that process, it should keep going.
That's right.
And that's what's going to build down in depth, because you can't watch all that. It's not even possible.
Be a great leader. Be a great leader, because whatever you're doing is what they're going to do. And when you're out talking with people, that How to Win Friends and Influence People, Steve, how many times have we read that book? 1,000? I mean, but you know what? When you all brought that up, I thought, oh my gosh, I need those relational type of tidbits back in my mind. They're so applicable. And then the book we've got this month. Yeah, I don't want to be average. Who does?
Right.
So
I was going to say one more thing on manager too. When you get a person to the manager level, I mean, they're at a point they've got money coming back.
yes.
I mean, if they've enrolled,
Use
you
the
know,
product for
a
free.
few higher ranks, they maybe use their product for free, or at least they're paying for part of it. So they can see this thing, you know, we'll pay them back. So that is important, because people lay out there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they don't do anything and all they're doing is spending money, you're going to lose them.
I
So,
think one more comment on convention. Jens was saying this morning. So is there a difference between watching a documentary on Aruba versus being in Aruba? Okay, think about this for convention. Think about this for being on the Zooms. But you know what? Take it a step further. Think about it for you achieving for your family so that the next time, there will be a next time. That's who this company is. The next time there's another incentive trip, you aren't sitting home wishing you had done what you should have done or could have done. You're not watching a documentary on the place that David Schmidt is taking the teamwork. You are there with us. We're having a blast. And have fun. Just have fun. Enjoy every minute of this. This is not a job. This is fun.
yeah.
It's fun. And you know what? For those that don't get it yet, it's okay. Just continue the relationship. In time, and I always say to people, you may not have an acre pain today. Don't worry. When you do, call me. It's because some just don't get it. And it's all right. It's all right.
Okay.
We love you guys. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We could have talked for another 2 hours, but we realized that that's not what today's about. Because the testimonies are just blowing our minds every day.
Yeah.
Great job. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. I don't know how many times I got goosebumps and I'm hitting Steve going, oh my gosh, home run. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I think it's the Hall blood, baby. Jens, you are absolutely incredible. Thank you, both of you. What amazing teamwork. You guys always work amazing together, but this was absolutely incredible. I'm so fired up. We do recordings. Onyx, you are genius. So we'll share this with everyone. Absolutely incredible, incredible teaching. I am blown away. I'm so fired up. I took, I think, about 6 pages of notes. And I wish you could go for another hour. And hey, guys.
That's next Saturday.
Yeah, we are so fired up. And next Saturday is going to be incredible as well. And I really wanted to remind everyone, next Saturday, sometimes when you get on the Zoom link that you have with the passcode 39, it fills up. So your word as a messenger is to send them to Onyx Cole's YouTube, and they can still participate on the live Saturday teaching. If by chance they get full, remember, you're the messenger, and it's always posted on her our Quantum Field Team Facebook page that if it gets full, her girls and Lonnie are absolutely amazing. And or I should say Lanny. I'm saying her name wrong.
Lonnie. No, you're saying it right, Lonnie. You said it right.
I got it. I'm on it.
Okay, good, good. So just know that you can always go to Onyx Cole YouTube for to participate in the live.
Hey, and I love Jen's analogy of the business. I love that he did that. And we need to take that one little clip and have one for
there's
everybody,
many clips
because
off that.
you know, he's been in multiple businesses, including current day online business. So he's done the normal conventional, you know, all the overhead and the stuff and getting started there, and the online. And he's telling you that this is incredible, and it's the ground floor. We noticed that when we were in Aruba, by the way. You could see that there's just the beginning of what is about to happen. So, you know, we're 10 months into this. Onyx was the one that had this grit and the stamina to push through 3 years to create this momentum. So we have this story, and now the momentum is like a rock rolling down the hill, but we're on the top of the hill still. So it's perfect timing for everyone to really take this serious and listen to what Cindy said. If you've been watching even the last 3 Zooms or the last 10 Zooms or the last 2 months worth of Zooms, there hasn't been one that isn't just flat out on their game and laying out what is happening. So you be ready. So next Saturday will be no different. It will be just like this Saturday, where I'm sure you were saying, I wish I had 50 more people on here watching Cindy and Jen's train. So I encourage you to do what you can and make sure every single email that we send out or post that we make on the Quantum Field Facebook page has the Onyx Cole live link. So be ready and share that with your team the entire week, so that when they get on, they're not surprised when it's full, because it will be packed out, and they can easily go on to the YouTube link and watch it live right there. And that's where we're going to. And we love that. You got to get on early because it's going to be packed.
And Jim's only went over 8 of the businesses that they had. And my stomach was churning thinking, how did he not pull his hair out?
Yeah.
All those issues and all those obstacles and those things and the money to have a business where, and what did they say? How many days they got their money back?
Two
What
or
was
three
it?
4 days.
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
And Cindy, I love what
4
you
days.
said, drip and zip. Because that's my problem. Onyx, when I first got started, she said, okay, you talked him in and then you talked him out. I'm like, yeah, drip it and zip it.
I love that. And by the way, because of Onyx, she saved the ladies from having to be collecting at the mobile home park today on a Saturday, because that's when everybody's home. You know?
You know, I would have been the one there collecting the money. Me and Cindy, we would have taken turns. Woo!
So real quick, let's go over a couple upcoming things so you got them on your calendar and you're ready to go. Cindy spoke about the Quantum Field Teams X39 Team Book of the Month. Be obsessed or be average. We are obsessed with you winning. So I encourage you to get reading this book, get it on Audible, whatever you need to get, and start doing it, because this is going to start helping everybody have this mindset. I like Mike Hernandez when he talks to people and they say, I'm not getting the same results as you are. It's your mindset.
Yeah.
Get the book. This book of the month is all about winning. You don't want to be average. You got to be obsessed with yourself winning. Not weird, not strange, okay? We're all having a ball, having fun, but we have got that mindset that a no is not going to get us down. And when, like Cindy said, by just getting on these Zooms, every single one you possibly can, it's going to help you get that belief level up to the point. And then you have to understand, you can't be watching these alone. You've got to have people on them. And when you know that, reading the book, be obsessed with, be obsessed or be average. If you're obsessed with winning with us, you know that you've got to put new people on the Zooms that we're doing. Then you know the game plan. So get yourself signed up. Remember, whoever signs up for This Is It convention. And by the way, this is it. It will be the biggest X39 event to date on August 18th to the 19th, live event. And it also will have the inventor, the owner of LifeWave, David Schmidt's going to be our keynote speaker. So everything you need to know about what is happening with LifeWave and the X39 is going to be spoken about, and it's going to be incredible. Like Cindy was saying, the top speakers, everyone is going to be on their game. It's going to be wild. So make sure you're there, and there's nothing like seeing it. There's nothing like being there. Everyone who enrolls between right now, when we mentioned it at 1 o'clock today, Eastern time, all the way till midnight Eastern time on Sunday, we're going to draw 3 new names to get 3 free sleeves. Each one's going to get 1 sleeve. We're going to draw it 3 times. Here's the website that you go for all the information. Okay. Don't get so analytical on this and this and that. And what do I need to do? Listen to what we're saying. Cindy and Jed said when they have done this before, they learned very quickly that they did not have enough people there and their team wasn't being informed, and they didn't go back with the fire that they needed. So make sure you learn from all of our mistakes so that you take advantage of. You've got 90 days starting next week. So you've got, almost 100 days between this event. So you can plan. Do not wait. Well, here's what many people make this mistake. They say, here's a good example. 5,000 people have hit the thisisitconvention.com. That means we could possibly have 10,000 people there, because every person is worth at least a husband and a wife. Not exactly, but okay, so I'm off 1,000, okay? Well, not that many people, not 5,000 people haven't bought their tickets. So their mentality is kind of like, okay, I'm just going to wait till right before the event and get my ticket. And first of all, it's probably going to be sold out. Second of all, you're missing the point, because
Decide.
Yes, decide.
Gotta decide. Gotta decide.
Just before the event, you're saying to yourself, I'm going there kind of like a concert or something. That's not what you go to this thing for. You want to go there with people, hundreds of people. If you get that kind of belief level by reading our book of the month, you want to make sure you're coming there with people. But Nobody's going to be convinced to come with you if you haven't signed up yet. So I encourage you to get that
And I
done.
love what, before you go to the next slide, I love what Jen said about the convention. When he came home, he had so much more work to do, calling every single person, telling them what they missed from the convention. Why put yourself through more
Right.
work? So they learned quickly, and they shifted a quick shift and promoted the convention where their people came and they didn't have to come home and make all these phone calls and spend hours on the phone telling everybody what they missed, what they learned. I mean, it's working smart is what it is.
One thing that Cindy mentioned, which is, I don't know if you really got this, but she said that when she came, she went to the senior director dinner at our house and the belief level went higher. Then they went to the Aruba trip and the belief level went through the roof. Both of those events, all of the people that attended both of those events, or at least one, are flat out on fire because of their belief level and their confidence. So, but you had to qualify for both of these. This Tampa event, your belief level will go 100 times more belief than those two. So you need your team there. The people that you're bringing in need to see this, because when that happens, look at how on fire. Did you hear the Wednesday event where Sandy, Gina's other sister, said on her way home from Aruba, she talked to somebody, the lady signed up as a diamond. So you see how when you leave these, you're just on fire and you've got the confidence. So don't take it lightly. All right. Next week, 90-day run. Is it going to start? Our 90-day run to senior director to This Is It convention. So you see how we're like rocking, locking, and loading everyone up. We're not just telling you to get signed up on the X39 and you're on your own. This team is obsessed with every one of you winning. So we want to help everyone and your team get to where they got to go. So we're having a 90-day run. And by the way, there's going to be This Is It, a This Is It tour that's happening. And it's not just going to be Steve and Gina. It's all the SPDs, all the leaders are doing meetings around the country. And you'll be able to plug into some of these that are happening. Now, we don't have a ton of them because, like Jen said, this is the ground floor. Yeah. But you can plug into the ones that we've got. And by watching what we're doing, you could do it on your own at your own home. That's how we start at our house. So start by doing that. You go to build331.com and you can download the same presentation that we do every single opportunity meeting and start reading the slides yourself. Get 5 people over to your house, and it's so much funner when your people come to your house and you just tell them what's going on, and it's very more comfortable for them to do that. I like your new word, funner. Yeah, funner. Monday it's going to be a tag team, okay? Oh yes. These two are crushing it. These girls are on fire. They both hit executive director, the third highest rank. They're in Alabama. They've never done a network before, and they're crushing it. So I encourage you to be on the call on Monday night. Every person you put in is going to do what Cindy said. They're going to want to get started. Firstly, want to get started, and they're going to get started the proper way because they will teach you. And by the way, Missy and Jennifer have had multiple companies just like Cindy and Jen. Yes. Isn't it amazing how entrepreneurs see what's going on here and they understand so much less of a hassle to build this with us. Absolutely. So that's going to be on Monday. Monday as well at 5:00 in the evening, we are gathering all Portuguese-speaking people around the world. Mike Hernandez, myself, Gina, Sai, and our friend Miguel from Portugal, who just hit senior director, are going to be hosting a training on what is happening. This is not going to be an opportunity. He qualified right before the event and flew down for the white dinner party at our house. As you can see, he's in his white outfit. Yep. That's the outfit. That's the picture we took at the white party with his black suspenders to stand out. He is fired up. Okay. And so we're going to be hosting this. So our goal is to put in about 10,000 to 20,000 Brazilian speaking or Portuguese speaking folks in America. So when we do open up Brazil, we're ready. We're rocking. I'm going to put some pictures on the Quantum Field Facebook of our team that's qualified for the Greece trip from Portugal. So the Portuguese speaking folks are rocking it. So I want to encourage you not to miss this with your folks. You might say, I don't know anyone that speaks Portuguese. If your boss said, hey, I'd give you 10 grand to put a person on the call that speaks Portuguese, you would find them. So you could do it. Just go on to social media, find somebody that speaks Portuguese, put them on there. You can find the closest Brazilian restaurant. Go talk to the owner, okay? Owners are the ones building. I'm just giving you some ideas for you to be not missing out of this because we're going to rock with the Portuguese, and we're having a blast because they're fun people. And I love going to those Brazilian restaurants. Okay.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Mike inside.
And if you've never been to one, they just keep coming around with meat, cutting the meat and serving it to you. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I'm drooling right now.
Yeah.
Protein, you got to have your protein. Okay, Wednesday, we've got Australia. It is rocking. By the way, the Spanish meeting, I didn't put that on here, but on Thursdays, it was up to almost 100 people on Thursday. So the Spanish are really in what's happening, and it's starting to rock. That's every Thursday, not the one I'm talking about here, but that's every Thursday at 8 o'clock. Now, this is very hard to understand sometimes because it's not American time or Eastern time. It's Sydney, Australia time, and Queensland, Australia time, 8 o'clock, which means 6 o'clock in the morning, our time. But the Australian teams are starting to rock. If you want to make money while you're sleeping, you want to have an Australian team because the sun comes up when we go to bed. The longer you sleep like a baby. You'll be smiling, very pretty because you're making money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, as people are promoting the X39 in Australia. But you got to get your people on. If you know somebody in Australia or anywhere else in the world that works on that time zone like New Zealand, plug them onto the Australia meeting. That's going to be this Wednesday, which is actually Wednesday night. Wednesday morning here, Wednesday night in Sydney and Queensland. So plug your people in. Here's the schedule that we've got. Again, highlighting that Wednesday is 8 o'clock for the opportunity meetings, Friday at noon. And we're crushing those Friday noon meetings because many people getting in have some time on Fridays. And then Thursday is the Spanish meeting. And then every Saturday at 1 o'clock, we have our training like we had today, which was off the chart. And we thank Cindy and Jens for sharing.
Thank you.
Make sure you've got a ton of people set up to be on next Saturday's 3-hour training, all SPDs. It is going to be incredible information for you to take note of, and your team is going to explode as we run to This Is It convention in August. It is going to be the biggest event ever. If you do not have these order forms, you can get with your upline and they can help you get these forms so that every time you have a personal meeting, you could put it in front of the people so that they can get themselves signed up for This Is It. So we call those like
and you should be able to print this right off Bill 331 as well.
Yeah, Bill 331. Okay, Onyx.
But remember, everybody who signs up for This Is It convention goes into a drawing. If you sign up today or tomorrow, Steve, Gene, and I are going to give away 3 more sleeves of X39. And I don't know anybody that doesn't like free sleeves of X39. Right. It's a great way to pay it forward and build your business. What a fantastic call. Thank you, everyone. It was great. Absolutely great. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Jens, for sharing with us today.
Thank you, everyone.
And happy Mother's Day.
Yep. Remember, this is recorded. You can get it right off Onyx Cool Network Marketing YouTube. As soon as we close out, it's going to be uploaded. So, hey, guys, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. And I'm telling you, this is such an amazing business, and it will give you the freedom and the lifestyle. I just hope that what you got today, you just dive in, hone in, put your blinders on, and get to work because it's simple. It does take work. We can't guarantee or promise you anything, but I'm telling you, it is worth it. This is so incredible compared to what I used to do on the airplane. Woo! You know, I'm thinking to myself, wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Onyx. Thank you, Cindy and Jens. Guys, have a great weekend. Remember, your business ends on Sunday night at midnight. So keep pushing in. Steve and I personally, and Onyx knows, we do not stop even though Sunday at midnight.
Oh.
We keep pushing forward because you know what? I'm going to meet a mom that's a flight attendant that wants to be home. Her just stomach is twisting every time she's got to put that uniform on and really wants to be home with her kids. And I've got the vehicle that can get her free. So, hey, guys, go bless somebody. Make it worth it. And remember, this is it.
Have a great, productive weekend, guys. Love you guys.
God bless.
Because